Welcome back to the Detroit Lions, Fonza. What another game we had here, right down to the wire. The Lions had to claw their way back into that one. Down 27-3 at one point, 24 points in all. Really had to fight our way back in that. Defense and offense finally came together during that third going into the fourth. You could tell from the get-go Stafford was a little uneasy during the first few drives, pretty much the first half, going back playing in Dallas and probably with the family watching and all. Just needs to calm down a little bit. A little throws were off, but let me first say the Cowboys, they really showed me something, especially on defense, even their offense for that matter, and the way they were able to hold up against our defensive rushers there up in the front with Dominic and Sue, Kyle Vandenbosch, Claire Gabriel, and all our other guys. So I'd like to say the Cowboys really surprised me on their offensive line. I was expecting this game to be more defensive, so I was a little surprised in that regard. But I did expect this to be close. And then on the flip side, the Cowboys offense just, Des Bryant didn't look too bad. He didn't really have any catches in the second half there, but he's a work in progress over there. But they were, as we already know, they had some injuries, so didn't have Miles Austin, but Robinson looked pretty good over there. And then on the Lions, what can we say? Megatron. I'm glad we have that guy. That man he cannot stop Megatron. He's just amazing to have on the team. I love what I saw out of Titus Young again, and Brendan Pettigrew looked good. Stafford finally got it going there. So they really answered to fold up the game off of the defense's pretty much the momentum switching with the defense and the interceptions I love the one I saw with Chris Houston. That one-handed one, lovely, doing that Dion dance once he got to the end zone. And we just got to work it up in the first half. We can't keep going down like this. It's not every time you're going to be able to come back like that, but I like what I'm seeing. But we got to take care of business in the first half and just keep it. We can't fall down 20 or 20 plus every weekend because it's not going to happen, especially with a division opponent coming up. And then Green Bay, we won't be able to do it again. We definitely won't be able to do that against them. So really got to take care of business. Stafford's got to stay upright. Our line did a pretty good job in that regard, but there was a lot of hurries in that first half. They really solidified up in that second half, but yeah, he did get rushed a lot, but for the most part, he's just a little uneasy. But it's great to come away with that W, and let's go Lions. Let's keep this ship going. Let's get on to the picks real quick. And then you got Tennessee and Pittsburgh. Tennessee is playing much better than I thought they would be at this point. Matt Hasselbeck is looking really good. And then you got the Steelers. I'm not sure if Ben Roethlisberger will be playing in this one. And Pittsburgh coming off a loss. Tennessee coming off a win. It is Pittsburgh, but I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Tennessee. They were able to beat the Ravens, and I like what I'm seeing out of that team now. And Chris Johnson finally came to play a little bit there, so yeah, I'm going to go with Tennessee. I like what I'm seeing out of Matt Hasselbeck. Then you got Cincinnati and the Jacksonville Jags. A lot of good defense here. The Cincinnati Bengals really surprised me this last week, taking out the undefeated Bills, and I think I'm going to go for 2 in a row here. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Then you got the Giants and Seahawks. Got to go with the Giants right now. But the Seahawks did come to play at home against the Falcons, so you just never know. But I'm going to have to go with the Giants right now. Overall, they're just the more rounded team right now, so I got to go with the Giants. Then you got Arizona and Minnesota. I really was expecting Minnesota to win against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs really came out and played. And that nice catch to Dwayne Bowe, so I wasn't expecting that. And this is probably one of the tougher ones to call, but I want to say Minnesota gets it done, but I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals in a close one. And then you got Philadelphia and Buffalo. Eagles coming off a tough loss. If they only had made a couple of those field goals, they might have been able to have it. But, I think I'm picking them to finally get it done here this week. So, I think they'll get it done. Knock the Bills off and put them at 3-2. But if the Bills win, I will not be surprised. They just need to buckle down on defense, and if they get a lead, they need to buckle down on their defense. But I'm picking Philadelphia to win here. They're angry. You never want to play an angry team. And then you got the Saints and Carolina. This could be a good game. I fully expect the Saints to win because I believe they're the best in that division. But Carolina is really impressing me with Cam Newton. There's some great things to come for this team down the line. But I'm gonna go in New Orleans here. Then you got the Chiefs in Indianapolis. Colts are just fighting hard. They're not as bad as their record. I'd say they're at least a 1-3 team, but yeah, they're fighting hard. Their defense is finally trying to fight and Curtis Painter didn't look all too bad for what it was. So we'll see what happens. But right now, really got to go with the Chiefs. I like what I'm seeing out of them. But this is going to be a hard fight. And I believe this one will go right down the run. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs. And you know, Indy could win this one, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs. And you got Oakland and Houston. Like good run games here. McFadden, got some other good guys in this one coming up. And we'll see how the defenses play. So I'm expecting this to be more of a smash mouth and just see who can run that ball. And then I'm not sure what's going on with Andre Johnson right now if he'll play, but I'm going to go with Houston here. But then the Raiders might surprise me. If they can win that at the time of possession in this, they might have a chance. And then you got Tampa Bay and is it the 49ers? Yes. Tampa coming off of that Monday night win last night. Not too bad on the defense. Garrett Blunt, he's always there. He's always a force to be reckoned with. I don't know about all that. And the 49ers, you know, their offense did come to play, so this could be interesting. It's really going to come down to which defense plays better here. And, you know, I think I'm going to go with the 49ers. Picking them to win 3 straight here. And then you got the Jets in New England. Yet another division game. I don't know. The Jets, their defense just needs to buckle up. I mean, their defense, they're just letting up some kind of like, I mean, it's not like they're doing bad in their secondary. It's just their run defense is a little shaky at the moment. And I don't know. Brady is just, we all know what Tom Brady's doing right now. Tom Terrific. I'm going to have to go with, they might go 1-1 this year, but right now I can't pick against the Patriots. So I'm going to go with New England. And then you got San Diego and Denver. Denver coming off of a tough loss, but what can you say? They had to play Green Bay. It's tough to play against that. So, but I am going to go with San Diego in this game. Denver struggling a little bit. San Diego, I still feel they have a lot to go with their rhythm, but I'm going to go with San Diego here. And then you got Green Bay and Atlanta Sunday night. I want to say this is going to be a good game, but it really comes down to if the Falcons can control the time of possession here and run the mod so that Aaron isn't on the field so long. So they can make it interesting. They gotta, if they want a chance at making this close, they got to be able to win the time of possession. They got to be able to run the ball, be successful with that, and have the time of possession. So, but I am going to go with Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is hot. I think the Packers defense is really starting to buckle down a little bit more after giving up those 2 first games with the 400+ yards. But we'll see how that goes, because Kyle Orton overall didn't do super bad. They just got down early and then things just blew out of proportion from there. But we'll see how this goes. But I am picking Green Bay to win this. And then you got the Monday night game with Chicago and Detroit. Now this is a division game, so we know, like I said, pretty much when it comes to any division games, I always feel it's going to be close. I think a clear example is that if you look at last year, the Packers and within our division, usually they're usually a high-powered offense, puts up all these points, but when they play like for example, when they play Chicago, and even last week they only put up 27 against Chicago, and then last year against Detroit, the first time we played, they only put 21 points up on us on offense. They did have the pick 6 by Charles Woodson, he's a beast, so. In the second game we played him, it was just 7-3 with in favor of Detroit. You can't say that Aaron Rodgers was hurt, but the thing is, he did have pretty much the first half to put up points, and at halftime it was 0-0, ended up 7-3. Very ugly game, but now back onto the game at hand here in Chicago and Detroit coming in Monday night. Both teams are going to be fired up. Undefeated Lions. They're at home. First primetime game just in general in a while. Bears coming in, you know. They know they got to close in that gap on this division right now, so they're going to be fired up too. Everybody's going to be fired up. So the Lions need to come out striking and early and often. Cannot get behind in this game. With that defense there, the Bears, Urlacher and all their guys, they got a very good linebacking core, and they can bring the pressure. So we're going to have the offensive line's got to play good. Stafford, don't hold on to the ball. He's been doing a pretty good job. If there's not, he usually throws it away. So like that, not taking too many chances, but taking the chances when there are. But he did. I will say, Matt did miss a couple opportunities in that Cowboy game. So let's just be easy and just see the field as a whole, and we can get this done. But this is going to be a tough game. This is a division game. The Bears not looking too bad. If we can, I think we'll have very good success if we're able to stop Forte. I'm not sure what they'll do in their pass game, but we need to stop Forte. That needs to be our main concern and our main focus when it comes to their offense. We need to try and, whether it be through running or the screen game, but we'll see how that goes. You know, you just never know. And Roy Williams coming back to Detroit, and Megatron's gonna be there, so this is good. This is a game to look at, and I'm looking forward to this one. And I do expect the Lions to win, being at home, and we're ready to go. I believe Shorts will have these guys ready to go, and I think we're gonna go 5-0 for the first time in a long time. So leave your comments below and tell me what you guys think, and let's go Detroit Lions. 5-0, baby.